The Welcome to Country debate has kicked off again today. Former WA Treasurer Ben Wyatt, the first Indigenous Treasurer in the nation, conceding that some ceremonies are too long and others descend into political diatribe. Well, last night it was a feature of the debate on Q&A, partially, of course, a question about whether the ceremonies on Anzac Day are appropriate.
I think we need to give weight to the views of veterans. I think that's very important.
Paul's speaking as though we don't have Indigenous veterans. Indigenous Australians have served in every conflict since the Boer War.
That is a real piece of straw man rhetoric, if I may say so.
It's just gutter politics from an opposition leader whose campaign is in freefall and he's starting to punch down.
The simple statement that Peter made was that many Australians think that we are seeing the Welcome to Country ceremony too frequently.
You almost get PTSD watching this stuff, don't you? Well, today, some common sense yet again from Tony Abbott on Radio 2GB.
And it's become, if you like, an exercise in virtue signalling. It's become a badge of political correctness. It's become a political statement, a bit like wearing masks became a political statement during the pandemic. I
won't say one, never have, never will. Someone else who has called into question welcomes to country, acknowledgements of country as well, is Shadow Minister for Indigenous Australians, Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price. Senator, welcome. I love having you on the show. You're a shot in the arm to all my viewers right around the country. But you, for a long time, have called into question this practice. Now you've got everybody else talking about it.
Yeah, look, absolutely. And I think the problem with Welcome to Country is that it allows for, I guess, the real racists to hide in plain sight. I mean, if you think about it, those who virtue signal the most are often those who probably exploit Indigenous Australians. Let's look at the Green Left and in the Environmental Defenders Office and the sorts of things that they've done over the years. In recent times, they exploited the Tiwi up in the Northern Territory for their own agenda to stop a gas project on their island and absolutely fabricated an Aboriginal Dreamtime story. These are the same people that would stand up and do welcome and acknowledgement to country and pay their respects to elders and that sort of thing. So you've got that problem on one hand, and then you've got the politicisation on the other hand, where it's sort of weaponised and used against Australians, and it's quite divisive. And don't get me wrong, there are moments when genuinely those delivering it is about trying to unify this country, but you can't take the risk anymore, I don't believe, and it is very much overdone. No.
Yeah, I do agree with you. In an appropriate setting, and I've always liked the service in and around the opening of Parliament, fine, but not at a footy match, not when you land a plane, not when someone's sitting on a Zoom or in a conference meeting and, you know, there's not a blackfella issue on the table, there's no one in the room to virtue signal to. It's just, you know, corporates doubling down on trying to look and sound good, but you rightly say doing absolutely nothing practically for Aboriginal people.